in calculator, using calculator we can do simple arithmetical calculations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and some more similar to the kind of simple calculations. To explain the use of SageMath, we will be using Jupyter Notebook, and that's here opened in another window. The Jupyter Notebook, it is created. This notebook is created it's created on cloud in a project that I have created, and then in that project I have opened a new Jupyter Notebook. In this Jupyter Notebook, you can see few commands, 2 or 3 commands already generated, and some outputs are also available, and its outputs are also available. You can see this is an input line. First let us come familiar with let's become familiar with the with some basics of Jupyter Notebook. In the Jupyter Notebook, you can see this is an input line. So input lines are starting with IN, and the line number will also be displayed there, and then its output is then given just below that input line. And there are commands to there are key combinations to generate the input and a new input line, and also an output line. These commands, key combinations are the combinations are shift enter. If you use a shift enter, then you can evaluate after entering some commands in an input line. You can use a shift enter to evaluate it. Then you can see the output in the output line. Then if you use alt enter key, then you can evaluate it at the same time. After displaying its output, a new input line will be created. So these are the two options. These are the two ways to create new lines, and also to evaluate the inputted statements. Okay, then coming back to the system, you can see here, and this is this output line is created using that key combination. Okay, then you can see here in the first line just a number is typed, and its output is then displayed as the same number. But in the second line, you can see an addition operation is performed by typing the number 2 and plus then 3. After that, then we use that key combination to obtain the output. Okay. Then now come back to now we are going to see more about the about arithmetical operations. See, this SageMath, this command, this let's say Sage will be displayed if you are using the if you are not using the a notebook environment. If you are not using a notebook environment, this command this prompt will be, this is called the prompt. command prompt, and this prompt will be displayed if you are not using the notebook. But here in the Jupyter notebook we are using the book notebook environment we are using, so that will not be displayed. Instead you can see in input and output indicating lines displayed. Okay, then let's look at this statement. So here you have to avoid this. Now we have to begin with this. This statement says that says us to calculate first this expression, the expression inside the bracket, and then multiply it by 2. Into here stands for multiplication and addition. So here the only two operations are used in this expression, and brackets can be used in a suitable manner to combine two or more part of the statement, and that way it can give parentheses or brackets can give clarity to the expressions. Here two brackets are used, you can see. So what should it do is the system should first evaluate this and then substitute the value here at the place of the inner bracket. It will substitute the value, and then it will come to the outer portion, and then it will be evaluating. The other portion will be evaluating, and then finally it calculates completes the multiplication. And that way when we implement this, when we type this statement in the system, in the Jupyter notebook input line, and then if we use that command, that key shift enter, if you use the key shift enter, then you can see the output. Let's see how does it work. See, I am going to just copy it because I want to save time. So I have copied it, and then okay, in a new line we want. So control alt shift enter and then alt enter. Okay, apply alt enter, alt enter. Then you can see now a new input line is visible there. A new input line. In that input line, what you can see, what you can do is you can copy it. Control. I have copied it, that statement, and then if you want to evaluate this expression, shift enter, you can use shift enter. Okay, by using, now after typing that, this is equivalent to typing. Let's see whether it is going to display the output. Okay, you can see that an output line has been generated. Now it has the previous one has become input line 5, and the output line, in the output line 5 you can see that output 34, that is the result of the computation. Okay, this 34, it is displayed. Next, coming to the another operation, and this is the exponentiation operation. Okay, before that, after evaluating and displaying it, you can see a new line has also been generated. And so in this line, either you can one by one you can type your required statement, your statement here, and then apply that keys. Or otherwise you can copy it. If you have that already typed there somewhere, and you can copy it. I am going to I am going to evaluate 2 raised to 3 actually. This is 2 cap 3. So you should type 2 cap 3 to get 2 raised to 3. Okay, 2 power 3, and then you can come to the system and then type it. Sorry, sorry, it is not the previous one. It's repeating. see, this is not copied. Okay, copy, and then yeah, it has now it has come there, and then yeah, then type shift again, choose shift and enter, shift enter. Okay, you can see the output 8 to cube 8, and then the new line is now ready. New input line is ready, in which you can type your new statement. Okay, and then we choose another one, and that will give us the same effect, 2 and 2 star 3, 2 double star 3, and that will be giving you the same effect. That's also a power operation. Double star is also a power operation. Here you can see it is given. They have stated that this cap and double star can produce the same effect. Okay. So if you type that, if you copy and paste it, see, let's see one by one what output you're going to get. Shift enter, then okay, 8, and you have obtained 8 and answer, and then new line. Okay. Next one is the statement 20 by 6. 20 by 6, so this will explain the use of the forward slash. Here the forward slash is the symbols. Forward slash is used as a division symbol. It can be used as or it is the symbol for division. So 20 by 6, 20 by 6, it must normally it should give the actual value, actual answer in the decimal form. But it is not going to, SageMath is not going to give you the decimal answer, because the fractions it will keep as it is. If you are not, otherwise you are not going to say it to express it in the decimal form. Yeah, that you can see if you type it. If you type 20 by okay, we can try typing it 20 divided by 6. So it explains how the division operation is used. Shift enter. See the output. It shows it doesn't show the output 20 by 6. It shows instead 10 by 3 instead. Why? It's because some number, the number 2 is common in both numerator and denominator. Actually, the system cancels that because it's an unnecessary thing. So it expresses it. It means SageMath expresses every fraction its basic form. That is, it cancels common divisors or common divisors from both numerator and denominator. Okay, then let's come back. Next we come back to okay. See here what is given next. Yeah, here a big number is given. 2 raised to 10 is given, and very big numbers you can express, and you must get some experience of using this system to generate very big numbers. So for that, yes, you can select this 2 raised to 10 and then copy it, 2 raised to 10. Okay, then shift enter. It produces 1020 1020 1024, and then the same thing I copy, and but 100, if I use 100 instead of 10, the number becomes very big. okay, enter, shift enter. Okay, shift enter. I didn't. What happened? Shift enter. Yeah, it is in the less than. Okay. Yeah, it has not created the output. What is the problem? Let's see. Yes. Okay. There may be okay. Okay. It has not generated the output. Unable to conquer. Why your connection is unable to? Okay, there is some problem with the net facility. That's why. Okay, we have to try it after some time because there is a problem with the net facility. So internet connectivity problem is there. So see, we have to try it after some time. Okay.